Hello, greetings. This is me again about my former religion, Islam. Now, I've shown in the previous videos how Islam, how Prophet Muhammad, how is Allah have lied to us and confused us, kept us confused. I used to say we have 12 Imams from Prophet Muhammad's progeny, and still we've been so confused, fearful of our gunas, unable sometimes, but I wouldn't blame, at that time I wouldn't blame my religion, unable to do the right thing at times, the right proper, in the religious manner. So felt very, very guilty, but still kept doing it and still kept missing some things, couldn't, do it properly. Now I don't have words for it. And so feeling sometimes, having these fears that the enemy, that shaitan, against shaitan, having fears. And against not performing our religious duties and rituals properly and at time regularly. So I've had these fears and feeling guilty. So I had to think about it, and then the challenges at home, outside in Karachi, living in a country like Pakistan, trying to find help but couldn't find help, and it just got worse and worse. And when I was living in London as alone, when I was without my family for higher studies, I didn't have such difficulties in London, living in London. Okay, so I took a pause, and I've shown you that this thing is wrong. In Surah Nur, how it is wrong, ayat 33, when you say keep chaste and all this, but you should write it properly. That prostitution, if you're talking about, maybe at that time there were these pagan Arabs who were forcing girls into prostitution, and you want to mention that, but then also with that, mention that prostitution is haram. It would have been easier, because my kind of, in the mind, Satan, could come into other people, and they could take this verse and not even look at Surah Araf verse 33, where it says that all indecencies, apparent or hidden, are haram, forbidden. So I've kind of established to show myself and you where I feel this is wrong in Surah Nur. I really do. I think I may have established something important, and something which the Quran should correct itself, Allah should correct itself for. That compelled, it was forced prostitution it was talking about. It mentions in the Quran, Surah Nur, ayat 33. And then if it is not like rape, that if the will of a person is involved, two people, then it becomes, agreeable. It doesn't fall into rape. But that compelled prostitution, forced prostitution, then if you don't, what if the will of these girls are involved? What if they're willing to prostitute themselves? Then that question arises. And then when we look at the keep chaste thing, and what your right hands possess, Like we can have temporary marriages, and the Muslims and the Mormons, Morminin, Mormonat. So then, it kind of gets hazy for us. And no punishment. No punishment in that Surah Nur. It doesn't go under zina. You see, prostitution, compelling, is despicable, worse than fornication and adultery, where the people, the partners' wills are, involved, and they are in agreement. Their wills are in it, like they will to fornicate, they will to do adultery. But here, these poor girls forced into prostitution. So can you imagine what prostitution and what forced prostitution is? This is not even a regular prostitution that the Quran mentions in Ayat 33, chapter Surah Nur. I've forgotten is it 24? Number of the surah. But it's Surah Nur. So, since temporary marriages are allowed and all this, and then when you've mentioned a forced prostitution, then you should also mention the punishment for it, I felt. When I read it long time ago, like, after the compulsion, Allah is most forgiving, oft forgiving, most merciful. Then I read the ayats afterwards, no punishment coming. I mean, this is something. And then we are told now, you can see, I just refreshed my memory going through Surah Muzammil. You don't worry about your enemies. You just keep that hypocritical, keep patient hypocritically, and a courteous behavior. You see? A courteous behavior with enemies. You're smiling. Our Prophet is so cheerful and so courteous. And this courteousness could go in as hypocrisy, right? As like it's said that you just keep everything on Allah, and Allah will deal with your enemies. You just keep patience. So as we were told that you keep patience, you keep quiet, tomorrow Allah will show our enemies, even if they are from the Muslims or Shias even, they will be shown. But keep a courteous behavior. So isn't that hypocrisy in a way? Isn't that teaching us, like in the society outside, we know this person is our enemy. He has harmed us. He's a backstabber, or she's a backstabber, right? Asteen Kasam friend, snaky person, sly, foxy person. But we just, this is what Jiddu Krishnamurti, and, the way he's guided us through this, Jiddu Krishnamurti. First I found Jiddu Krishnamurti's books. Like all this thing, then I realized I knew something was missing after I got separated from Miss Estira Dessa. So that's where my doubt started about my religion. Like people suffering, God not coming to help. Someone is saying, my son, someone's done black magic on him. A friend, maybe a jealous friend in school. All this. He was such a intelligent person. Where's Imam Hussain? I wondered. And all this, right? So wondering, seeing the atrocities and all in Pakistan since long time ago. He's my enemy. They're doing jadoo on me. Maybe they're right. We don't know. Because there is this practice of black magic, occultation, black magic you can go into and harm people. There is a jealousy, envy. There are all these things, murder, rapes, conspiracies, treachery going on. So I wondered where God was. And then I wondered that we have 12 Imams and all of them are absent. And if we say Shaheed is alive, do you know how many Shaheed martyrs we have? I mean, including those Shaheed from Pakistan, the Shia Shaheed. Do you know how many Shaheeds we have? And we are told in the Quran they are alive, they're not dead. There's a majlis of Allama Rashid Turabi saying that the Quran ayat he has said in Urdu language. It's like you can't even imagine, think that they are dead. They are alive. And then he goes on to show how we get things from them. Like we can say, Ya Hussein, for the sake of, we can do this, what do you call that, intercession prayers. But the point here is that, do you know how many shaheeds are alive? And they count. Not these dead people walking and doing zulm, cruelty and unkind and taunting and whatever, even an unkind word, hurting someone's feelings, taunting someone. I thought it wasn't allowed in Islam. And then we are told in the Quran also, there's an ayat, it is incumbent on us to help the believers. And then they say, wait, keep patient, keep patient. Is it urgent? How urgent it is it to help the believers? When it is incumbent, it is our duty. Believers are guardians one of another. And then you see Muslims fighting Muslims, Shia, Sunni, this, that going on, bomb blasts going on, sectarian, killings are going on. Goodness, all these conflicts are going on. And the Sunni Muslims, the Shia Muslims, not willing to. Now if I tell the Shia Muslims that reason al-Kafi, reason came, obeyed. Reason is the best reason. But if you're mad or like schizophrenic like me, then there are times when your voltage will go up and reason will not make sense at that time. So I have my bouts, very intense ones. And I do abuse and all this. But reason with normal, reasonable person, what will he do in this condition? So we are told to apply reason, and some Shias can't even see the apostates' reason on this, that they cannot follow this religion. A Sayyid told me, like, there's the faith thing, higher spiritual truths, like when there's some things in our Islam also that we do that don't make sense, but that we say that this is in memory of Hazrat Hajra, and so that's why we, going from Safa to Marwa in Hajj or Umrah, I don't know, or both, we have to, kind of move our shoulders up and down and all this. So I wondered what was the reason behind it, like, what's such in remembrance of Hazrat Hajra and all this, right? And but then things kind of fell apart. All my contemplations on the meaning of why do we put our hand up when next near our ears when we say Allahu Akbar and in prayers, namaz. So they say like we leave the world behind, and it's a good thing to touch your earlobe. It calms you down, and all these methods, like in yoga, we are told, why do we perform this asana? So all this I was wondering. Anyways, now in short, I have done all that, contemplations and things, and 5:55 a.m. in Dubai. Now the thing is that, do you see this prophet I've showed you? if you're willing to see, Surah Azab ayahs, and then I will show you, if I can, the evil progeny. How, like you can watch on, thanks to Zafar Heretic. Now some little mistakes he makes, like 3 months. 3 months in the sense that 2 months pass by mourning for Imam Hussein and his holy family. So Muharram, Safar, and yes, third month comes, and I think we do this. Also, I could be making a mistake because now I don't remember 9 days, and then Imam Hassan Askari's, after Imam Hassan Askari's Shahada, and then we celebrate. So it does touch the third month of mourning for us, right? Now these little mistakes, no, I didn't correct in the khla. I didn't put in the comment section. A long time ago, I told him that, no, we don't take Imam Hussein more than Rasulullah. Rasulullah is the main person that told us the way he told us to take Imam Hussein and all this. So I had an argument there. It didn't turn out good. It turned out quite bitter. All my arguments turned out quite bitter. Reasoning and all this. So, no, we have to be, okay, there. We as Shias don't believe that we worship Imam Hussein. I mean, Allah is, we can't even get to Allah. In our love for Imam Hussein, we feel that we failed, to know God, to worship God, to know God, this and that. So, there was no dot of shirk in this, or taking Imam Hussein, giving him too much importance, although every Imam has given him importance after that, and Imam Sajjad too. Because there's no one like Imam Hussein in our Imams too, who gave this sacrifice, and the people with him who gave their lives and sacrificed in Karbala. So we just take Imam Ali and all this. So the argument, it just got very bitter and turned out sour. Anyhow, but still I go to Zafar Heretic. Sometimes his videos come. So the later ones like Khilafat series came, and I saw that, and you can see that about Imam Hassan, Imam Ali also, how they, oh my God. And so you can find out what an evil progeny, what they are not the true Imams. Because Prophet Muhammad, can you see this in Surah Azab, what I've shown you by mentioning some of the ayats there, and Surah Tahrim, he's breaking oaths, he's confused us. Can you blame the hypocritical Muslims of that time, of those times, and with him? Can you blame the disbelievers even? 1400 years have gone by and Muslims are in conflict, You tell the Shia Muslims, they say, they find reasoning to what, what reason we find. So reason great. So oh my God, I could contemplate, go deep into like, what is this reason now? Which reason is good? Anyone can give evidence and reasoning, ironing out all that with reason to uphold his true prophethood and his true exalted character that they believe in, that we are told in Quran ayat. I can't remember the number of the Quran ayat or where it is and exactly the words. Exalted is his character or something like this. You are at a high exalted moral character. You are the perfect man and all this. Now when I show you, what will happen is, when you look at, before we used to think, okay, these punishments, this is true, like what Imam Sajjad said. No, Imam Jafar Sadiq. our sixth Imam, 12 Shias, that, a lie, if you lie, it's like you're putting your hand in shit, something like this, right? So that's kind of a metaphor, and it really, so, it's like that. So if you hurt someone, if you ignite a fire, let's say, for example, forget the hurt thing. Let's say you ignite a fire and you fuel it. You ignite it, you fuel it, you get a lot of people killed. Shia Sunnis, let's say, in Pakistan, then you're fueling in one, two, maybe one person is doing this, let's say. Now he's killed so many. So we were told that since he's killed so many, only his life will be taken here, if there is a capital punishment, right? So then, how many people has he killed? How many times he's murdered, killed, all this? So fire will not, and also ignited fire, fueling the fire, also. So where there's weakness, treacherously working. So should he not get up? So we say, no, in the Quran it is too much, like they will get up and then the skins will again come up and then again burn, again come up normal, again burn, again come up. But many people, idhar bhi zulm ki koi had nahi hai na? There's no limit. There's no limit to cruelty here in this world. And it's happening. And how many people he's killed, and he's going to get only one death. So we were explained like this, that when Imam Mahdi comes, he will kill you and then till you get up, and kill you and then till you get up, and kill you and then you will go in the fire of hell also and burn in hell forever and ever. So now you see, this is, so we thought, oh yes, this is on justice. This stands on justice. The punishments stand on justice. But now that I have shown you, and I hope we get out of this cult. Okay, so punishments. Now what? See, like I remember a long time ago over the computer, I was talking to a good Sunni friend of mine, and she was going into religion, and I had gone into research of my religion and all this, and sometimes I used to get, giddy and gay, and like with a friend, very informal, just talk my heart out. Say, no, you people have not understood la ilaha illallah, the meaning of la ilaha illallah properly, because I was told that only Imam Hussain understood. No one has. My aunt told me, she was doing research on this later on, or so yeah, later on she started to. So I was saying, then there came an insight that maybe you're scared of your Allah, but I was a Shia Muslim, and I used to have these doubts and say it out loud. Maybe you're scared of the punishment. Maybe we are. And I included myself. So, and maybe we, don't say anything to Allah. This is blasphemy for the Sunni. But we are told we can talk Shia. We're not supposed to do blasphemy. Like, we're supposed to be patient, but they're not going to kill us in Iran or some Shia state. I hope not. I mean, we can, God is taking his own time. He's so busy and all this. He's got a big line up. There's a queue. He doesn't wake up. Maybe they'll kill us in Iran for this blasphemy. But we were told we can talk to God as our friend. Tu karke, yani. In a very informal manner. That's Urdu tu, And up, Rasulullah we cannot. Ya Rasulullah. We cannot formally talk to him, respectfully honor him. Otherwise, Imam Ali's Zulfikar will be there, coming at our throats. No, but it is blasphemy in Shia, just the kidding part aside. And then, so I told my friend that, so she told me, no, you're dumb. I said, no, yes, I'm dumb. But is it that I was serious, but in a joking way, that we're scared of Allah, and also that Allah is all powerful. And you see, this is the exploitation. Anyone can exploit this Allah, like Muhammad has done. Your Muhammad Sahib was my prophet too. Allah intends to make things easy on you. Yeah? And what? And man has been created weak. So that Dil To Pagal scene where that, what's her name? Kapoor family, from the Kapoor family, newcomer. I forgot, Kareena Kapoor or Kiran, no, forgot her name, sorry. So she tells Shah Rukh Khan that she's jealous, and she very, like, I really admired that scene, how she sits and talks. She's not like Muhammad, we were told, to be with the hypocrites. So being like that with our enemies and hypocrites, so, and God knows what keeps us from being honest about our feelings. So I really admire that scene where she tells her friend Shah Rukh Khan, who is her friend Rahul, I think his name is, in that Dil To Pagal hai, that dekho na mujhe, main buri hu na, I'm bad and all this. Oh my God, I just wanted to, like, what salutations to such people. Kareena Kapoor, Karishma Kapoor. Karishma Kapoor. You see, a Christian girl long time ago had come and said this to me, and I felt that, wow, it's really brave to come out with your true feelings and tell someone you are jealous of that, I'm jealous of you because of this. And we Muslims, we don't realize, we don't have that. We should. So, okay, maybe I've not covered, maybe I'll miss some points. In this video, I might not convince you. Maybe in another video, I will be able to convince you that to be honest. And so courteous behavior, our Rasulullah was cheerful and this and that. But now we're on the power of God. So you see, and then when I read Al-Kafi and our Imam say in Rasulullah's progeny that without us you cannot reach God. So what have these Hindus been doing? They've been reaching Shaitan? Yeah. And you see, and then you look at Hindus and you see, yes, they are idol worshipping. For now you'll think I'm for the Muslims, Shia Muslims and Muslims. But later on I will give it to you. I will show you. So right now, being very, very honest about my religion, beliefs and all. What? That idol worshipper. You see, no one has gone to Allah. Some of the Sunni Muslims or Muslims say that directly. From which way are you going to go directly to Allah? If Allah had to come to you directly, why did He have to send you Prophet Muhammad? And then no intercession. They don't even consider the intercession verses in the Quran, these Muslims. And where are they going to go for the namaz? So they have their own excuses and all this. Even then, no, some hadiths we cannot take. Sometimes you say we don't take any hadiths. Sometimes you say some hadiths we have to take. Sometimes they say only Quran is enough. Like Umar or Abu Bakr said after Prophet Muhammad said. I don't blame them. So, now I don't blame them for saying this. Was it Abu Bakr or was it Umar? Only Quran is enough. No, I think Quran is enough, then where do you get who Muhammad is, what his life is, and all? You can't. So these people go on. I've seen them go on. Christian Prince arguing with the Christ when he's showing them. I mean, he's giving them a good reason. You see, you say this and then you say this. My good. And sometimes if Christian Prince, what do you call that, clicks with some Muslim, thank God. Otherwise, God save you. And even God won't save you with a Christian Prince. So the way he insults you and argues with you. So and at the same time, sometimes he has that stamina, thank God, with these Muslims who are not willing to listen to reason, to even look at their tradition and see how, whatever he's pointing out, and he's telling you that if you're saying you're Muslims and you're only taking the Quran is enough for you, then no, but the namaz way, wuzu way is there in the Quran, ayats, but namaz way is not told to us. No, then we take the seerat of Prophet Muhammad. So hello, Quran is not enough, right? Whether you are taking some sources outside the Quran to know Prophet Muhammad was his life, how he prayed. Who has told you now? You haven't seen him pray, but the ones who saw him pray, you will ask them. So we thought Imam Ali was the greatest, closest, and so the progeny made sense. We have a continuation, one after another Imam. We don't have to go here and there looking for Sahih Bukhari, but for the truth now, yes. I mean, long time ago I had to, because there were hadiths about Prophet Muhammad, and there were Sunni Muslims. So why are there Sunni Muslims why can't everyone? Okay, I might be going off topic here so explaining everything I can. What is my topic? My topic is this: to expose to you with honesty, weighing honestly both sides properly, seeing them, going deep, so, and truthfully and honestly. So all-powerful Allah, do you see how Muhammad exploited this? Like, you cannot, and human beings are created weak. Who created us? Then you're saying Shaitan did this. So, Shaitan burgled, misguided Adam, so he fell. But Allama Tabatabai exegesis, you can read if you're Shia on that. But then, why directly, sorry, I have to be like this, directly going to Allah, directly. Some say, not taking Rasulullah as intercessor, wasila, but directly. And what the Prophet Muhammad tell us? On whose heart came the Quran? By the trustworthy spirit. All these methods are used. So they're saying, no, you use, of course we use the namaz method, tawheed, risalat, fasting, but you don't understand the risalat, prophet. How to go through the prophet, and there's ayat in the Quran, then to explain it to these Muslims, that he is nearer to us than our own soul, spirit, whatever, our own selves. Have you ever understood this ayat in the Quran properly? If some prophet is nearer to us, closer to us than our own selves, what the hell is that? Sorry, excuse what in the world? And you are saying no intercession in the Quran. Arey, there's intercession and then going directly. So, and then the progeny also of Prophet Muhammad, take the Shias into consideration, please, that without us, only through us can you reach the true Allah. That means we have all shirked, we are all polytheists, whether you follow the Sahabas, according to Shias. Oh, the progeny of Muhammad, the Imams, the true Imams. You people are kafir because in Sahih Bukhari, everyone is a disbeliever, hypocrite. No one getting to God direct, but the true God, not directly, sorry, and no one getting to the true God without Ahlul Bayt. Now all you Sunni Muslims going to hell because in Sahih Bukhari it says, he who has not believed in his Imam, the right Imam, leader, nothing of yours will be accepted. You will die a death of ignorance. What does that mean? Is it in Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim? I found. So, hello, I have to save you, Sunni Muslims. It is on my shoulders because I found and I have to bring it out at my risk of risking my life. Then I was trying to tell you this, and then now I've become a murtad, apostate. So you see, then I feel, oh, the Shias, yes, Ghadir Khum, and that ayat in the Quran. Say, if you do not say this, you have not said anything. And then if I talk to a Sunni or a Muslim, non-Shia, he tells me that this ayat was sent because of to establish lie. Oh my God, please help me. Then I see in Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim, in the Sunni sources, that if you do not know your Imam of your time or the way Sahih Muslim, I'm just in my own words putting it, you can go and find that. I will also try. It is very difficult now to get there. I don't promise, never promise. I don't even give my word for it that I will find that hadith in your Sunni sources, from your sources. So now, you people who are pointing fingers at the Shias, you people going ignorant. Your death is ignorant. Your prayers, anything, fasting is gone. Finish. You are finished. You are good for hell. You see? So it came on my shoulders to help you Sunni non-Shia Muslims. Now here the powerful God, I will talk about it later, how these Muhammad and his evil progeny have exploited humankind being weak. Surah Nisa's ayat, I did not give you a number. I will give you a number next time. I will expose my imams. The evil progeny has come on my shoulders. This is the hardest part. Thank God Zafar heretic, ex-Indian Muslim. Oh, no. Ex-Muslim Indian. How does it make this mistake? Kutte ki dum, teri ki teri. So yes, I'll just make this mistake. Never learn. What is that saying in English? You can never teach a old dog new tricks or something. So I will come back, yeah? And you have to bear with me into my madness and some reasoning of mine. I think we have one. We murtads. Oh, Jamalu. What was it that day that we have won? It was about Hindu Radharani. Okay, and at least, yeah, and how can the Hindus kill the Buddhists when these poor Husseini Brahmins, Rehab, he gave his 9 sons and his wife for Imam Hussein against Yazid's army. And the Brahmin, you see, they are so tolerant. I was getting very angry at the Prophet Muhammad and his progeny when they calmed me down by reminding me how respectful. You are not alone. The Hindus, idolaters, have been there for ages. How some Indian Hindu lady gets up and says in the video, praising Imam Hussein, Hussainis, and how some Sikh also got up praising Imam Ali and Imam Hussein. And so you people, so they are praising and they praise, but what the Imam Hussein could have, you idol worshippers, midges, you know where you people are going, and no one is going. Not even the Sunni Muslims can reach the true God. I mean, Mansur al-Hallaj said, Ana al-Haq. Muji Baba, they could have killed today. Yeah, if Imam Mahdi, if we allowed that criminal to come out of his occultation, this criminal evil progeny, they will not leave Muji Baba. And me, I say, okay, now what we do is we keep just let your thoughts just be for a little while. And you see this, yeah? Thoroughly purify you with the thorough purification verse in Quran. Where is it? Surah Azab or Surah Nur? I sometimes get, okay, but put your thoughts just not even aside. Just let yourself be in this being. You are not, I'm not telling you, and just see who is seeing and who is pure awareness. Are the thoughts telling you that we are like this, and what are we? There's something, silence, that tells you without thinking, without using any thought, brain, that this, I am, right? I am. Here, there, no, where? It has to be timeless because it doesn't have a place. It is not from the thought, in the thought. So this, which does not come from the thought. And thought is in time, because past, present, future. I was, I am, going to be. Because in thought, there is no this moment which is fresh ever. So I'm going to be. It is not I am. And if you could get deceived by this thought, that no, you never say I'm here. Yeah, you say that, but it's not actually true. Another moment comes. So it's always I am going to be or become. I am not in the present moment. Thought cannot be in the present moment. So in class we used to say, yes, I'm present, miss. Just for the thing, the thought, but it is deceiving. See, so they would have killed me. Imam Mahdi would have come and killed me. That what are you showing this? Only we have nearness to God like no one's business. and all this, right? They would have killed me. That's why I could not do all this crazy spiritual tell in St. Joseph's College, even save my principal and all this. I was scared, like they have in America spiritual life coaches, and they impart, they can speak so freely, without fear. We couldn't do that unless we acknowledge Al Bayt, Imam. Oh, Rasulullah has told us, don't walk behind them, don't walk in front of them, walk with them. Like that, right? So, I will show you how this man used humankind. God created humankind weak. In the Bible, he regretted creating humankind. What nonsense. They have exploited this very God. And in Surah Araf, do not go on conjectures and this and that. This is another point. I get very, very angry. And you have exploited people. Free my people. Hazrat Musa. You see in Surah Araf, lying against God and not knowing. Surah Araf. All you people have lied. Only Ahlul Bayt and Rasulullah has not lied against God. And all you people make conjectures about God. Surah Araf, verse 33. Let them sin. It is haram. You don't know who God is and you are telling people that God is with me, playing with me right now in college. And he's told me, you know, when my friend, Sunni friend, went into religion, she told me not to send these stories like God, I sent to my principal, that God, why have you been negligent? Have you taken care of her? Why did you bring her on earth? This beautiful soul. So say, my Lord has prohibited only the shameful acts, whether open or secret, and every sinful act and unjust aggression, injustice. Yes, sure, it looks very nice, yeah? It is forbidden, haram. And that you associate with Allah anything for which He has not sent any authority. Baba, we see in the Quran ayats, Imam Ali was mentioned, alluding indirectly. Some verses like in Surah Tahrim, the righteous among the believers will help Prophet Muhammad against these two annoying wives. So, you see, now will you kill a Shia? Ya Ali Madad, saying Ya Ali Madad. See, Allama Tabatabai, when I read the exegesis, some of it, on some, he said that, you see, some Muslims also don't understand. It is not that idol worshipping, it's just that God is saying that, did God send authority about your idol worshipping? Worshipping Radharani in the form of idol, or even Radharani. But you see, that you associate. So, I will go slowly on this verse sometime later. And that you associate with Allah anything for which He, Allah, meaning Allah, He has not sent any authority. Then you go to Surah Zumar, where He says, those who say that we worship them in order to become close to Allah. So they will bring us close to Allah. Allah will decide about that. a liar never prospers, or something like this. I don't remember the word to word of the verse. Surah Zumar, I'll have to go there. So you see, Allama Tabatabai also. And I found this verse, associate with Allah. And then you see the Lord, Allah and Masih ibn Maryam, that other verse in Surah Tawbah. Anything for which he has not sent any authority. So we have misunderstood Muslims, majority of Muslims, killing Shias on this. And that you attribute to Allah anything about which you do not have sure knowledge. How many of you have no sure knowledge? But if you cannot believe yourself, in yourself, what do you believe in? If a prophet comes and says, I'm prophet, Allah has sent me, you will say, who is Allah? And how do we know that Allah sent you? Then what will he say? Either it is on him the burden that there's something in you, in yourself, that stands a test of time, stands evidence, stands witness. And if he makes us stand witness to Z and then changes it, then how can we believe in ourselves anymore? We only believe in you and your Allah. So those, now they were called hypocrite Muslims. You see, someone like Jiddu Krishnamurti, Muji Baba, Rupert Spira, how can some prophet come and say, I'm Prophet Muhammad without evidence? He can give you the best sublime sacrifices. Jiddu Krishnamurti said, don't go about that. Because anytime you lose the grip and the life, Satan, Shaitan, we are told, even anything can make you loosen the grip. Calamity, tragedy, life's tragedy, pain, disease, all this. So, best thing is to show in you that you have it. They couldn't. This prophet could not even maintain. He's made people a witness. We are told in the commentary section in Surah Azab. So he's a fake prophet. This is what I'm trying to show you and myself again and again. So we don't fall back into this religion, cult, all this. You see, the person, you need to believe in yourself before you believe in another. And what is that filter? What is that thing in you that you have, that you can believe? Not outside. Don't, if he shows you Quran, ayat, so incredible, perfect, and I am, you'll have to see his life. You'll have to read the Quran, try to understand the Quran. If Quran is his miracle, it is a pathetic. Okay, maybe it is very good like Shakespeare, but it is not. Yeah, well written. So I've shown you it is not well written in Surah Nur, ayat 33. It should not have been written like that about forced prostitution. And in Surah Azab, he makes you witnesses. And then he changes. God, no, he doesn't blame. God says, you made an unintentional mistake. You are God conscious from the day, even before you were born, you were Noor Elahi. We Shias believed in you, your Noor, before even Shaitan as fire rebelled against God, was jealous and all this. But you not, you were Ahmad. You were Ahmad. You were the mud that was ah, or something. You know, like, oh my God, don't go on this mud. I'm just trying. Guess what? Conjecture is very bad. They could kill me in Islam for conjecturing like this. So these Gnostic people who have contemplated, they've killed Sufis and God knows who. Mansur al-Hallaj. So, you see, when you cannot find God inside of you, and if you find God inside, they will claim it that we brought you to God. You found God inside of you because of us, because Imam Hussein sacrificed, went down in prostration such a sajda that no person has ever done. वो करता था सजदा के मदीना हुआ आबाद. Oh, Islam, he gave sajda, the way he met God. His grandfather, sorry, in one previous I said great-grandfather, his grandfather Rasulullah met God going up in Mi'raj, rising up. And where his grandson met God in that sajda where you say, Ab main bhi nahi, ab main bhi nahi, after giving your all. This kind, even we say like this Darwish, Sufi, going into love and ishq and dancing around. Sorry, I mean, the Darwishes are from Imam Hussain actually. We were told. How far that is true, I don't know. So, twirling, whirling. But this Hussein, how he showed us how to have qurbatan ilallah, closeness to Allah. What a sajda that was. That not even me now, not even me. What a humble, true. What happened to that land, all of earth, shaking, trembling. So I will continue later. Thank you very much. I have to take a break, sorry.